Hey guys, this is Anushka Sinha from CLS CLAT. In this video, I'll be discussing about CLAT 2026 6 months strategy. But before we start that, let me introduce myself. I am an incoming law student at Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law. I got an All India rank of 914 in CLAT 2025. And in this video, I'll be sharing strategies based on my experiences and mistakes. I've also added a personal tip in every section. And since we as aspirants are always obsessed with scores, I will also be telling you what's the safe score at this point of time. And if you have not reached it then don't worry, we are there for you. Since we are going section wise, let us start with English first. Firstly, track your sectional scores. This will help you to know where you stand. Let's say you score 17 right now and you need to reach 22. So you need 5 more marks, and now you will know that you are not far from your target. Second step is to skim through your mistakes and find your weak areas. Analyze your English section and see the topics where you are losing marks. Make a very general topic. You don't have to be specific, but make it topic wise so that you can target it accordingly. Now attempt a sectional test again so that this time you know what's your weakness after each test. After each such test, keep writing about your weak areas and where you are losing marks. This will help you to be conscious of your weak areas and work accordingly. Make sure that you make a topic wise list of your weak areas so that you can target it accordingly. The safe score is 20 plus, but my personal tip would be to not focus on scores right now and give as much hard sectional test as possible so that you are ready for the actual exam day. If you are already good in this section, then you can do once a week. And if you are somebody who hasn't touched 20 yet, you can do this alternatively or once in 3 days because you can't afford to lose marks in this section. The next section we'll be discussing is current affairs and GK. My first advice would be to keep your sources fixed. Suppose if you're following CLAT Express, keep on following CLAT Express and do not change it. And if you're following CLAT Post, keep on following CLAT Post and do not change it. You need to revise it as much as you can because revision is the key. You need to understand that the GK for the next 6 months is more important than the past 6 months. So keep on revising whatever source you follow and do not keep on changing because then you will end up remembering nothing. My third advice would be to not worry about GK topics. These topics may or may not end up in your actual exam, but these topics are a reminder that you are missing out on something. So take a note of them, understand them, but also do not worry about them. You need to just, keep on updating yourself. My fourth advice would be to not give 2.5 hours per day to daily GK. Okay, like you can, apart from revision, like the notes, the newspaper, everything including, you should not give it more than 2.5 hours per day or max 3. उससे ज़्यादा तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. Right now, the safe score would be around 15 to 20 at least. Like you should be scoring itna at least. If you are not there, then don't worry because GK is an open ocean. Okay? You need to like level up anyways, even if you are scoring 20. There is no certainty you will keep on scoring. Okay, so you need to keep on doing GK, revise them, and focus on your notes. Okay, suppose if you have a monthly magazine, suppose you are following CLAT Express, then you can add on information to it and then you can revise it accordingly. Okay, or you can make your own notes if you want, but make them very strategically. Don't go on making daily notes. You can make weekly notes and decide however you're comfortable revising them. The next section we'll be discussing is legal reasoning. Firstly, start with knowing the basics of tort, crime, and contract. Like this will give you the confidence to actually go and attempt a passage. If you do not know the basics yet, please start right now. It's not too late, but you need to start right now. Secondly is do not give your own assumption. Read what the passage is asking and then answer it accordingly because sometimes the questions are framed to confuse you. Like they want you to apply your knowledge or your basic understanding of law, but apart from that, you need to be very conscious of what option you are choosing because it has to be based on the law given in the passage. Third would be to stay updated on recent judgments. Trust me, you don't want to be blank when a passage on recent law or any recent judgment comes in front of you. You can read articles on websites like Live Law to keep on, just keep a check on what's going on. My fourth advice would be to not breach the time limit. Do not give it more than 35 or 40 minutes because legal section is known for breaching its time limit. If you're giving it anywhere between 40 to 45 minutes or even more than that, then please stop. You need to stop right now. And you have 6 months, right? So you need to slow it down and bring it to at least 35. Right now, the safe score would be 25 around. But please, you could score much, much better in legal section because it's a very scoring section and any silly mistake will cost you heavy. So please don't do silly mistakes and read whatever the question is asking you. You can only master this by practicing it a lot. Personally, I used to do a lot of silly mistakes in this, but it's a very nice scoring section basically. So you can practice it and ache it completely. Next, we'll be discussing logical section. Apart from the basic understanding of the term, you also need to understand the question. Okay, so for this, you need to practice a lot of passage, and because the questions are very passage specific, you do not need to learn the definitions of assumption and inferences because this will not yield you in any way. So please understand what assumption is or whatever the basic terms are, and then try to apply it. Here, the main game is of application, so please try to apply it according to the question. If you want, you can solve topic-wise questions. This will help you actually to build an understanding of the topic. You can use GMAT Wiley for this book. It's a very great book. Third is don't attempt in the air. Also, do not overthink your answers, but what I mean to say is that whenever you choose an option, please have a little logic behind it. Your logic may be wrong, but let the answer key correct it. For whenever you are attempting a question, please make sure that you are having some sort of logical reasoning in your mind. This will help you to not lose marks because I personally did lose a lot of marks in this section while attempting mocks. But it is a scoring section. Also, please do analytical and one-liner question because CLAT can ask you anything. Last time it asked analytical reasoning, this time it can do anything. So yeah, right now the safe score would be 25 plus, but still, if you are not there, you do not need to worry. But please keep on practicing it. English and logical, you can practice it alternatively. Please not lose marks on these sections because in the next 6 months are going to be very crucial. You need to level up your game in reading comprehension section. Okay. The last section would be QT. I know many of us don't like QT, but trust me, it's a very scoring section once you actually start doing it. If you haven't started yet, start with one-liners. Firstly, know the topics, okay? Suppose time and work, ratio and proportion percentage, and solve a lot of one-liners of that particular topic. Okay, this will help you to understand and gain conceptual clarity because if you look at data interpretation passages, it is just interlinked one-liners. Okay, so you need to build that approach. You just need to build that approach on how you will attempt that one-liner. Right now, the safe score would be 6 around. If you are able to solve at least one passage, trust me, in the next 6 months, you are going to ache it. But please don't forget that right now, you need to practice DIs every day. Please don't lose your practice because it's a very, very scoring section if you don't give up on it. And if you're somebody who is a little slow at QT, then you can manage your other sections and take out time for QT. My personal advice would be I cannot repeat this enough. Please do it every day. It will really help you. Be consistent with it. Throughout your preparation for all sections, you need to be consistent. You need to have a fixed timetable on how you're going to practice and from where you are going to practice. Also have the mindset that you have the potential to clear it in the next 6 months. Even if you're starting right now, it's a totally doable exam. By doable, I mean it has a fair ask for its students. So please don't give up on QT or any other section. If you have any doubts or if you want to give any suggestions, please feel free to come in. Thank you.